Now, welcome back to another video. Now, today's video is not actually about any combat sports. So if you're here for combat sports, you might want to swipe on from this one. This one is actually a bit more about mental health awareness. Now, I'm only going to say this because it's actually a real thing right now into my life. And it's come to terms with how the stage I'm at right now. So I'll put it into perspective. Now, at the last year, halfway through the period of last year or 3/4 period, something happened like in my household, which made me be more dependent, made me have to step up and be a man. Pretty much had to be a man. Now, at this point, before that, leading up to that, I was let go of a job that I really did love, and I had no actually valuable or value of explanation why. Um, and this kind of led to future problems in the sense of I've been suffering with anxiety and panic attacks for a long time, a long time. Um, now, I remember going to an interview for in a position that I definitely needed because the salary was high, um, but probably not what was best for me in actual me as a person. Now, 5 minutes into that interview, maybe less, I had to leave because I had a panic attack, and it was just like, for those of you that know, and for those of you that don't know, a panic attack is kind of like where you have all sense of doom. It's like you feel like your life is ending right in front of your eyes. Like you just generally, the only thing that matters is whatever's happening right there, right then. You need to get out. Like you need to be away from the situation, or you just need to escape reality in some way. And mine was fight or flight, and I chose flight. Um, and from that interview, it really sat on me because it it made sense to me that, well, if I can't even do something that I need to better my life and better my situation, where is my life going? Where is it going? And then I get home, all sense of purpose gone. I had so much doubt and worry in my mind. And then I come indoors, ignore absolutely everyone and anything that was on my way. I came upstairs into my room and I just broke down immediately. And that was the first time for me, since I've been struggling with anxiety and panic attacks, that it had an effect to me, that my mental state, that I actually got to the point of breaking point and I just didn't know what to do. I just remember sitting on the end of my bed and I was just no music, no nothing, just silence. And I was just crying non-stop for about 5 minutes, thinking, why? So then I then decided to use that and then go out and go to another company and try again. Now, this time, thankfully, it was a less formal approach. And it was kind of like, oh, you want a job? Here you go. Like, kind of thing. It wasn't a sit down, let's have a nice little meeting. Um, pretty much just get straight to it. You start here, let's get straight to it. Now, this job is more my personality. It's more customer interaction, more people. And I know that sounds crazy because the anxiety and the panic attacks, so the social anxiety. But I feel like my social anxiety and my panic attacks trigger me more or get to me more when it's in a situation that I'm not comfortable with myself. And my whole life, I've been working in jobs that I've worked with the public very well, and I've had very good engagement with the public from since I can remember. And I feel like that's where my place in comfortability was. I was able to be happy by making other people happy in the work that I did. So I feel like that gave me something. Now, in this job, unfortunately, where we are right now today, in the summer, it is a very seasonal based job. It is a perfect job for me. Perfect in the sense of my personality. Like, it's very customer based, but it comes around to the winter time. It comes around to the winter time. There's no hours. You go from having so many hours to no hours. So what do? I either stay where I am and be comfortable in a comfortable situation that's kind of becoming uncomfortable because of the hours aren't there. And obviously where there's no hours, there's no income. Now, I chose this to apply for various roles. I got reached out by a particular person in a particular company that said I weren't right for the job that I had originally applied for. However, they had a sister company that she felt like I would be perfect for, and if I would be interested in going for that. So I then took upon me to think everything happens for a reason. Why does she think I'm good for this company? That's what I want to know. So I'm putting myself in there. I want to know. Now, I know because of this, it's going to be a very formal interview if I do get one, which I did get one. Now, I had to go there with the sense of I know I'm going to have a panic attack. I know I'm not going to be me based off my last criteria in the sense of an interview, which was in that one where I had a panic attack and I had to come home. I get there immediately. I'm sitting there. I'm always early to everything when it comes to important things like business or jobs or anything. When it comes to social life, I'm late as everything. I'm late to everything. I'm late to everything, social gathering or everything. But in this case, I was 25, 30 minutes late, 30 minutes early. I'm sitting in the waiting room. Everybody knows who's got anxiety or panic attacks. This is where things start to brew up. I'm looking at the door. I'm like, should I go? Should I just leave? Nothing's happened here. There's no loss, really. But in the sense of my mind, my competitiveness, no. There was not a chance I was ever leaving. I would rather have a full-blown panic attack right then. I've put myself into this uncomfortable situation for a reason. And it paid off. Now, this role is a salary. It's high wage, high hours. But not only that, it's professional. It's professional. It's a professional company with professional people and lovely people, let me just say that. Now, I go into this interview, I'm nervous. But I'm not going to let it know that I'm nervous. I'm just going to be myself. For once, I'm going to be myself. And I hit it off. Hit it off so well that I was able to sit there for 25, 30 minutes and then not have a panic attack. And then as soon as I left, done a little hop, skip, jump. Yes, little mini fist bump. Like, yes, I've bagged one. How have I done that? Is this a tidal wave for me? Is this a turning point? Is this the sign of me becoming to my better self, getting better? Now days go on. Well, a day goes on. I'm like, oh no, I haven't heard from him. I'm getting quite scared now. Not quite scared in the sense of, oh, what if I don't get it? More in the sense of I just want to know how they felt about me, how I was, because that was me. That was all me. And I get a phone call yesterday. No, not yesterday. The day before yesterday. Can I come in the meeting? Can I come into a meeting? Can I have a second interview in between a certain time frame? Absolutely, of course. Give me another shot. Let me give you the rest of what you could have besides all the other stuff. Let me show you me. Again, but escalated. I'm sitting there. An hour and a half, bear in mind. It goes very well. It's the same two people that I was with before. I'm with them again. They show me around. I actually know a few people that work there. Some related, some have got friendships in the relation of me. And then I leave. Once again, it's even more of a get in because I was there for an hour and a half and not even a little sign of a little panic attack brewing, but a little bit of breathing and a sip of water, and I was back to life. I was back to life, and I was back in the room. I was focused because even though it's not good to put pressure on yourself in these sort of moments, it was that sort of pressure that got me through it because I know I want this because it's a new challenge. The people here are lovely, and I can fit in here. Like this is This is me. I belong in this place. So I need to do everything I can to get into this. Mini fist bump once again. An hour and a half goes by. Wake up this morning. We'd like to offer you the job role. Now that is how you do it. I know some people watching this might not be able to do that. And that's why I'm going to tread very carefully. Because I will just say, you can. You can do it. For me, I thought I was doomed. I thought I'd have to stay at this place that I did love in the current job that I'm at. But the hours just aren't there. I thought I'm just going to have to stay there. Because it's something that I know and I'm comfortable with and I love. But I'm not getting no money really from it. I wouldn't be surprised if I was probably spending more money on the travel. But I put myself in an uncomfortable situation that I refused to just give up. I refused to quit. I couldn't see myself out of this position. It was yes or yes. There was no giving up. There was no quit. I sacrificed some things in the morning, replying, like speaking to people and messaging them, saying, like, I know they'll wish me good luck. I avoided any sort of conversations in the morning because I didn't want that extra pressure on me. But these people at this company are so lovely. They made me feel so welcome. They managed to dig in deep inside of me, the personality that's been locked away for so many years because of the thought of anxiety and panic attacks. They finally brought it out of me. And that's because I've been setting myself up for that as well. I've been doing things now where I'm not putting so much mental strain on myself, where, I should be here, I should be there, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that. No. Do it on your own time. Don't base your day-to-day life off other people's day-to-day life. Like I said, just because I've done this, don't mean that you can. But in some sense you can. If that makes any sense anyway. Now, I'm going to put this into deeper perspective. Now, I've got family members that don't even know how I feel day to day in this sort of situation. There's certain family holidays that I haven't even been to, or certain family getaways that I haven't even been to. Not because I've had other things going on. It's because I've made it seem like I've got other things going on, because I don't want to be so vulnerable in front of them. But one thing I've noticed now, it's okay. It genuinely is okay to be vulnerable. Just put yourself in an uncomfortable position from time to time. Just to test yourself. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable. But it's also okay to be comfortable. Everybody knows what's right for them. Everybody knows what's right for them. And in this case, I found what's right for me. I've now bagged a job role that I potentially see as my forever place. And if you'd have asked me months ago, or even years ago, would I put myself there? No. I believe I would have stood in comfortability. I believe I would have. This one hits deep. This is bigger than me. The way I've managed to come out of this, because it's given me a purpose. In a time when I generally thought, not to deep it too much, in a time where I thought, what even is there for me? Like, what? I've got this, don't get me wrong. But what about when the bills get too high? What can I do? I can't do nothing. Yes, thankfully in the job that I got let go of, I don't know why, I was able to save pretty much a year's worth of salary there. So I was kind of lucky in that aspect. But without that, imagine where I'd have been now. I don't know. But I don't know. I just kind of guess I wanted to make this video to just let you know it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Even if you're not. Even if you're not, it's okay. I I got away from this yesterday from talking. I found, even if it weren't nothing to do with my what's going on in here, even though some things that I did let off was kind of things from up here, it made me realise that talking really is the way forward. It genuinely is. And if you're watching this and you can relate into the sense of anything that I've said or anything further than what I've said or how I've felt in recent years, don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to reach out to anyone. Genuinely. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. I know how it feels firsthand. I feel like I'm now going to be more open with the way I feel and how it makes me feel, because if I attack it and if I address it, I feel like it's only going to be a matter of time before I can overcome it. And I feel like these past couple of days have been a massive stepping stone to where I have more control than not having control. But I will still be posting. I'm going to be busy a lot more. A lot more. I've got to put in a lot of work and a lot of training, a lot of effort, which is something that I absolutely love and I'm looking forward to. But I will still be posting up on here. This is going to be a part of me for as long as I can imagine. I can still think of, I can look at me in 40 years' time, pray God that I'm still alive, with grey hairs, still talking about the main event of UFC. Hopefully that's still going. Or say Ryan Garcia's son's son. Well, it'll probably be Ryan Garcia's son. Talking about how his left hook is amazing down the years. This is going to be a part of me. This is now my personality, as well as other things. But I'm going to leave that there. I want to say thank you for coming across another video. This one is kind of a little bit of vulnerability from me, because people probably see me and think, he's a confident lad. Like, he don't mind getting in front of the camera and talking. But it takes a lot. It does take a lot to get there. Like, it takes a lot to do it, should I say. Even every day to this day. To this day, it still is hard to get my face onto here and address everything that I've got going on. Even the stuff that I do talk about. But yeah, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you for coming across another video. And just remember, be yourself, be you, and do whatever works for you. And don't be afraid to be afraid or put yourself in uncomfortable positions. Don't be afraid to do that, because you wouldn't believe what could be waiting for on the other end of that. What is meant for you. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I'll catch you at the next one.